The Korean War, often dubbed the Forgotten War, occupies a critical but less heralded chapter in the history of the Cold War. This documentary overview delves into the multifaceted dimensions of the Korean War, exploring its origins, key events, and the lasting impact it had on the geopolitics of East Asia and the broader Cold War rivalry. 1. Background: Division of Korea and early tensions. The narrative begins by setting the stage with the division of Korea after World War II, examining how the North, backed by the Soviet Union, and the South, supported by the United States, became ideological battlegrounds in the early days of the Cold War. 2. The outbreak of war. Invasion and counter-invasion 1950. Delving into the outbreak of war, the documentary covers the surprise North Korean invasion of South Korea in June 1950 and the subsequent United Nations response, led primarily by U.S. forces under the banner of a multinational coalition. 3. Un-intervention and the Chinese factor 1950-1951. Focusing on the un-intervention, the documentary explores how the conflict escalated with the entry of Chinese forces on the side of North Korea, the ebb and flow of the war during this period, and the role of international actors come under scrutiny. 4. Stalemate. The Korean Armistice Agreement 1953. As the war reached a stalemate, attention shifts to the negotiations and diplomatic efforts that culminated in the Korean Armistice Agreement of 1953. The demilitarized zone DMZ that emerged and the lasting consequences of the armistice are examined. 5. Military strategies and technologies, the battlefields unveiled. The documentary takes viewers to the front lines, exploring the military strategies employed by both sides and the introduction of new technologies, including jet aircraft, marking the shift from traditional to modern warfare. 6. Human cost. Soldiers and civilians caught in the crossfire. Addressing the human cost of the conflict, the documentary sheds light on the experiences of soldiers and civilians caught in the crossfire. Personal stories and archival footage bring to life the devastating impact of the war on individuals and communities. 7. International response and Cold War dynamics. Navigating through the international response, the documentary explores how the Korean War became a proxy battleground of the Cold War, with the United States and the Soviet Union supporting opposing sides. The role of other nations in the conflict is also examined. 8. Legacy, Divided Korea and ongoing tensions. The documentary reflects on the lasting legacy of the Korean War, particularly the enduring division between North and South Korea. The ongoing tensions on the Korean peninsula and the unresolved nature of the conflict are highlighted. 9. Voices from history, interviews and testimonies. Drawing from primary sources, the documentary incorporates interviews and testimonies from veterans, survivors, and key figures involved in the conflict. These personal narratives provide a human perspective on the complexities of war. 10. Conclusion. The Korean War, a pivotal moment in Cold War history. Concluding the documentary overview, the narrative encapsulates the Korean War as a pivotal moment that shaped the course of the Cold War in East Asia. The conflict's enduring impact on geopolitics, the division of Korea, and ongoing tensions make it an integral but often overlooked chapter in history. In essence, Korean War 1950-1953, The Forgotten Conflict of the Cold War, a documentary overview, aims to illuminate the complexities and consequences of a war that, despite its relative obscurity, played a significant role in the larger narrative of the Cold War.